and it just allows Terry to just close in ever so slightly onto the rear of Morecambe. Interesting to note as well, Beric Linton still back there in position number 3, but John Bow, along with David Wall this weekend, up to position number 4, so continuing their quiet run so far this weekend, but as you'd expect from those guys, just continuing to soar away at it, and with the experience they both have. Unfortunately, drama's here again. It's all taking off at the moment at Mount Panorama, I tell you. The O'Donnell entry, the GWS personnel BMW is stuck, and it looks like that could possibly be the chase. Not entirely sure. We'll get a replay of it here at the moment. That is a huge lose. My goodness me. The fastest point in Australian motorsport. And that car, and I wonder if it was possibly on the oil there, has collected the wall on driver's right. Will ultimately come to a stop here in the sand trap. But that is a major, major moment. And that car will be certainly out of the race for now, and big damage on that machine as well.
You got to feel for them too. It's the father, son and son combination. And Nick was tweeting us in before from Sweden. He's up nice and early, about 4 a.m. over there in Sweden watching it, but that was a big, big lose, as you said, at the fastest point of motor racing in Australia. So here are the leaders coming through effectively, and you can also see as well that when we talk about the straight line speed of that car number 11, it really does have it. Terry gaining some ground in Sector 2 up here at Mount Panorama, but that has really got some legs on it, the number 11.
And we'll get to safety car for the GWS personal BMW. Whoa! Terry way past the commitment line into pit lane, locked the rears up because Morecambe got there first. So he dived into pit lane as soon as the safety car was called. Nightingale was, it was yes, no, no, because he was past the line to get in. So you're not allowed to cross that blend line when you get into pit lane. Potentially a wild moment. Puts them back in the lead of the motor race. And he'll be the first behind the safety car, but the BMW had already committed. And I'd suggest they're on the radio telling him, no, you cannot pit unless you've committed early. You can't cross that unbroken white line to get into pit lane. So the BMW had already done that. And once again, smart calling on the radio for the BMW team. Twice this race they've called it perfectly and timed their safety car pit stop. So they'll tick another one off here. And that's a big moment for Terry. And he's going to have this lap behind the safety car. It's worked out okay because his first car in the line, they picked up the leader well, but gee, that's a pretty wild moment.
And CXC Global want to hope too that he hasn't actually flat spotted that tyre majorly by doing that, but a good save though from Terry, and good on the team to get on the radio saying no, do not come in.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and crossing that blend line as well isn't always likened by the officials, and sometimes there's a bit of a reprimand for that one as well. So the last time he pitted was actually about an hour ago in this race, driving the number 68 machine here this weekend. On my numbers, back on lap number 15 when we had that safety car, and well, the men in blue having a bit of a laugh at something on the phone this weekend, maybe enjoying our live streaming possibly.
Your speed cameras do not work here.
Bathurst's finest. We love the constabulary. They do a lovely job. Often in tough circumstances, of course. Pretty busy weekend on the Easter long weekend. So the otherwise leading car pits for the second time in the motor race, and it'll be Nathan Morecambe who stays behind the wheel. Again, throwing tyres at it, as they said in that interview before with Chaz. They're just going to keep throwing rubber at the car to keep new rubber on it and keep it at its absolute peak of performance. But they timed that absolutely perfectly. They are on the ball with strategy. They've got Bob Riley and Nigel Bolling working behind the scene down there. They're two blokes that engineered the victories for the BMW 335i and the Bathurst 12 Hour when Gary Holt's crew won it. So they understand the car. They understand all its little intricacies.